Oh, you wiggled that thing, the cord to the laptop. Will it make a difference?
No, it's okay. We keep having this on here.
Okay, do I do it now?
Yeah,
Are we on?
yeah.
Hey, we're on. Sorry for the delay, everyone. Technical problems again. This is what happens when you're in the third dimension. Anyway, from the mountaintops of ancient Lemuria, greetings of aloha and welcome to welcome conscious creators in love and light, Master Guide Kiriel and Master Kahu. I can feel their light presence and their passion. And Kahu's on my left side and Kiriel's on my right side. They don't need chairs, so they're just orbs of light. If you can see the orbs, awesome. Yeah. The legacy of Master Guide Kiriel and Kahu Fred Sterling continues. I, Patty Athena Sterling, will try my heart's best to facilitate carrying the conscious creator energy forward, because I know how our combined effort to consciously move forward to age our soul is so important, especially now as we're transitioning to a new year, 2024, and the energy focus is what? Infinity. Are you guys excited about that? So Kahu says, told me a while back that new thought transforms our world. Our thoughts are evolutionary. So I bow to you, conscious creators, in love and gratitude for your presence here and now. Thank you for your support of love and light and your determination to age your soul during these exciting times. We're just talking about today with the goddesses here, and I just feel it in their hearts that and my heart too, that we come together as a community to support each other in this great shift in consciousness. This topic today, the last song of Lemuria, this topic was inspired by Kahu and Kiriel for the purpose of raising our awareness as to the importance of being a conscious creator. In the passion for change, healing happens, which transforms into a new level of understanding. In our collective efforts to continue the timeless legacy of Kahu, and oh, look at me, I'm tearing up. I'm getting so emotional. The legacy of Kahu and Kiriel. Please shine your heart light to the ladies here. They're on my right, joining me today. They will be sharing their thoughts on the topic. Kahu and Kiriel lovingly call them the ladies, the goddesses. These ladies are in the healing process of healing back into their goddess love. Ladies, please introduce yourself. Starting with you.
Could you repeat that again? Oh, introduce myself. Sorry. My ears plugged. I'm Susanna Bowman, Green Goddess, and I guess the representative of child grief.
I'm Karina, Purple Goddess, integrating my Christmas splinter still. Feeling good, but I still have this sexy voice here. I'm the Purple Goddess, and I'm grateful, and I wish you all a really wonderful start into this new 8 year that's coming up. It's going to be awesome.
Aloha, I am Aldine Wahinaku, and I'm a green goddess. And it's so interesting because I'm being told to say Mary, M-A-R-Y, Mary, M-A-R-Y, Christmas. There is a weave of Christ consciousness with Mary Magdalene and the Virgin Mother, and they just asked me to say hello. So, hello.
Wow.
And Merry Christmas. Although
Merry
it's
and Merry
fast.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I love it.
Now, you locked your notes in the car.
Yes, I
So
did.
was that in your notes, Mary Mary?
It came to me when I read it, but I didn't think about saying it when I said it.
See, that's why
So, yeah.
she locked her notes in the car.
Yeah.
She could be in the presence of now, the actuality of now.
And here Mary and Mary
Yeah.
standing behind
Yeah.
her.
Say Merry.
Their spirit was right here, right over
Right
here.
on.
Cool.
In the corner. Gail, introduce yourself.
I'm
Gail,
here behind the camera.
what? Can you come this way? This way?
Don't step on
Definitely go the other way. Stand behind me.
Gail.
There she comes, she's going this way.
I'll stand in front of you, Susanna. Is that okay?
Yeah. Yes.
Good luck.
Good luck. Okay, I'll go behind you. Hello, everyone. I'm Gail, behind the camera.
Thank you, Gail. So, thank you all for your participation. These ladies, they've been under the tutelage of Kahu and Kirill for years. So, I think it is an honor to Kahu and Kirill that they will be sitting in the chair today discussing the topic, because I believe that each one of us we have our own understanding of what the topic is always. And I love that part, and I think that is, to me, the greatest value that the goddesses here, like we're diligent doing our journey as a goddess to help with this shifting process, to help Mother Earth through her shifting process in them. And at the same time, it helps me through my own shifting process as a blue goddess, because interesting that you had Mary tells you what to do. Like about a month ago, for the first time, I had the Mother Earth communicated with me.
Oh, nice.
And wow, she was loud and clear,
Wow. Nice.
I know they won't hear me as loud, but you get people in the chat room. I thought it wasn't going to come through. But
Hello, people in the chat room, and those, out there, not in the chat room, but listening live, and future listeners of this program.
you got
So-
Annie, Ann from
Nice.
Athens, Georgia.
Hi, Annie.
And oh, I'm so surprised. Anyway, Sean White,
Hello, Red.
Hi, Ron.
Merry Christmas. He said to all of you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
My eyes has been tearing for the past week, and now I'm thinking it's not an allergy. Maybe it's about the sadness or whatever that's releasing from our cellular memory. What do you think?
I think
Could be, right? So who knows? Oh, I'm glad then my tears is coming out. Cleansing my 4 bodies. So you never know. That's why we got to be mediums. You spark my mediumship, Queen Goddess. And we all do. So before we go on to discuss the topic, the last song of Lemuria, from your goddess awareness, I'm asking the goddesses here to share just one prediction from their own level of awareness, goddess awareness, for what do you predict for 2024? According to Master Carol, 2024 holds the energy of Lemurian numerology number 8, infinity. Infinity signifies the present is being shared by two realities at the same time, as in a loop. You are in simultaneous connection with both spirit and matrix energy. If you can remain in the center of the loop, looking out at both directions, you are in a good space. Wow, isn't that exciting for next year? But for me, sometimes I'd rather be at the high end, rather be in the spirit, so that's where I really get in trouble. So, who wants to start? What's your prediction from your color of awareness, Goddess color of awareness?
Okay. Well, I reread the chapter and I got more awarenesses.
For 2024?
No, yeah, when I reread it this time, because I read it in preparation for last month. But a lot of it was positive. But the one that I wanted to share, because I started seeing these positive reports and programs, and it had to do with composing songs, choreographing dances, and it took me to a space of, never mind what's going on in other parts of the world. Here are these people that are composing different kinds of songs and choreographing music, dances to music that I never heard before. And this particular dance troupe was from Pacific Islanders, men. They were featured in this. And I went, oh my God, so this is my focus, is to find things that are of music or creative things, that there'll be more creativity being emerging. But the key is it's important for me to be in the space of receiving this. Because if I'm in the fear, I'm not going to see it.
So,
Receiving the creativity in you.
so 2024, are you saying that it'll be more creative, a creative energy for those who are aware? Cool.
Beautiful.
That's awesome.
Maybe I could tag on to that. I think you can hear me okay with the mask on, so I'll just
You can take it up.
just to say. To go on from Susanna's great share there, you know, that this 8, that is that looping energy that Patty was talking about, and the importance of staying centered in the middle of it, because when we do, in this coming year, we can loop up into the other dimensions and gather it and use it in our third dimensional journeys. But as we change now from December into January, be very clear that we're going from a 7-year into an 8. And in a 7-year, we are constantly looking at transition or moving forward. When we go into an 8, remember that the 8 can also be laid down flat, and you're standing in the center, and whatever you send out around that 8 will come back to you the same way you sent it out. So I'm going to look to be very clear and in my heart this coming year to do everything from my heart in love, and it will return to me in that space. Anything off kilter or maybe a little bit of fear in there, it will come rapidly back in the same way. So be clear and pay attention to that shift from the 31st of December to January 1st. Watch for the shift into the 8. And it can be just a beautiful experience, because like Patty said, it's about the evolution.
So then people, conscious creators must be responsible for what they get back.
Or what they give out.
What they give out and get back.
Yeah.
Because if you give something and you think something's going to be returned, and you're saying, that's not what I asked for, and one has to know that it wasn't clear when we sent out that request, so to speak.
Right,
Yeah.
and be most assured that it needs to be in love, and that would help with the clarity, right?
Yes.
But it would also eliminate the fear that would kind of put it into chaos.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's magic in it. It's challenging as well. It'll challenge your belief systems. It'll change your belief systems. I feel that's the magical part of next year.
Yeah.
And the magic continues, because what I got sitting in this chair, I kept on hearing echo, echo, echo. And so if you are in a canyon and you say hello, then you're going to hear hello, hello, hello. And so we're merging Goddess Sister Susanna's thought about music and echoing of sound, and Goddess Sister Karina's idea of when you send it out, it comes back to you. And I have goddess bumps all over me, because that is what we are meant to learn as we move to this next year. And let me read you a little thing from the book, because I'm just being told to do that, so I'm going to do it. There are 5 of us gathered today. Okay, 5 of us are gathered. So on page 132 in this book, so if everybody has their book, go to 132 and go to like the middle of it, under meetings of the goddess light. When a total of 5 were available, 5 goddesses, most were moved to a level of alternate consciousness. Hello, hello, hello. And here they perfected their ability of influencing the weaves of multiple dimensions simultaneously. And I don't know about you, but I feel many loving arms around me saying, when you're in that 8th year, you got plenty people helping you out. They all got your back. And that's my prediction. And you're going to see love all around you.
Very nice.
That's the magic. I call Aldine the magical goddess, because she believes in magic, as I do. But you know what? That has been my experience this past year, this year of transition, because I try to focus on, really making sure that I am adhere to the 10 principles and the Lemurian numerology. And you know what? It keeps me out of the matrix. And more magical stuff do happen to you. But it's not really magic, because I'm consciously working, with it, with the principles, with love, and taking responsibility for everything. And I think for me, I predict that next year it's going to be more awesome. But the challenges will be there, because guess what? Conscious creators, we cannot be comfortable. We cannot be comfortable. We can be comfortable in love. When things doesn't happen like the way we think it should, that means we're missing something, and it is the love part. Don't you guys agree? Don't you goddesses agree? The love part, the clarity part. That is the energy that has to be behind a successful 2024. The love, self-love, self-love. So Gail, your turn.
Oh, here I thought I was going to get away with it.
No, you're one of the greatest mediums on earth today. Can you come in front of the camera? Only thing, she shields it well, even from herself.
I want to propose to all of you here that I feel we should have like mini book classes. You know, like this book, The Lemurian Legacy, maybe for 5 weeks or something like that, and put in our magics to this world.
Ah, you can facilitate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Last night it was pounding in my head. Don't forget to ask them. You must have got that.
Okay. Thank you.
That's the prediction for 2024.
2024. Wow. Great. And so, yes, this is a huge world. People, when this past Christmas, I'm thinking about, I'm talking to my family and they said, oh yeah, we got to be careful because this is going to be this way, that way. And I tell them this is a huge world. We can create our own world. We don't have to be part of the chaos. We can have a magical existence, even though there's wars going on or political struggles. And the more we stay in love, I think that our energy just goes out there and permeates the atmosphere and gives it a balance, sort of. Not sort of, it does balance out all the chaotic energies that's going on around. So especially during fireworks season.
I have a addition to my prediction. There's someone on the chat room that I remember Master Krill saying, pick up your guitar and sing your songs, because your songs are healing. So you're part of my prediction, and I believe you know who it is. I'm not going to out him, that I believe you know who it is, and it's time to play your music.
It's time for us, we all have this creative power within us, so I think it's time. I like that, every one of us. Start changing our reality and going within and say, hey, I haven't done that before. So start creating. Okay, that was good. I'm thinking that was channeled. That I asked each of you what the prediction is for 2024. I'm glad it's positive. So, we all know now for sure that new thoughts challenges our current way of living. So we have to change. And like they say, prayers sing, like the famous saying here. I see the signs all around that says prayer changes things, but I want to change that to say new thoughts changes things, right? That's how evolution works. So let's get back to our topic, the last song of Lemuria. I'm going to read the first paragraph, and I want you guys to comment on that. Okay, and those of you, if you have a comment, please let Gail know. This is from the book, Lemurian Legacy, The Great Shift, and it's chapter 7. Kira says, even then, the last song, the 4 goddesses spoke in the lyrics that at some time the Creator would again call upon all those beautiful particles of itself called Lemurian beings, and would tell them it was time to return into its everlasting light. Even as highly advanced as these beings were, there would come a time when the Creator needed to see the whole of the planet refreshed and revitalized. It would call home the human weave, and in this, the world would be cleansed. In the final moments of this most beautiful song, the Lemurians who sat and listened allowed for a great tear to come to their eyes, for they knew that no matter how far they expanded the light, it was still their force, being that of the Creator's light. And that would allow this world to become devoid of life once more. And that, my friends, the Lemurian age came to an end and the cleansing began. And in this, they also celebrated by letting the tears fall upon the love of Earth herself. For in their knowing, this planet was a female energy, so loved by a balanced Creator, and that it allowed all new particles of light to once more cast their lot upon the shores of some new part of this world. And the goddesses started anew. So what do you guys think of that? What's your interpretation of that? And how are you interpreting that in your life, in your journey as a goddess?
I can speak to it. I just kind of got lost in the whole thing that you were reading. You know, it kind of took me back to Lemurian times, because I know I'm a returning Lemurian and a goddess. And I feel that energy of the time when the Lemurian beings had evolved about as far as they could on this planet. Because as Master Kirill has told us, Earth is an evolutionary planet, and it will take up to fifth or sixth dimensional focus. And at that point, the Creator called the people back with this beautiful song that was heard by all the people at that time. And for me, that just touches my heart, because I feel, I remember that time, and I remember what things that were happening that I've discovered over the years. And I just know that many of you watching today, you are returning Lemurians as well. And you're here to experience this great shift in consciousness again here on Earth. It's, for me, in my humble light, this great shift is different than that final shift in Lemuria. I feel like we will experience it differently, but then it's all an individual thing. So, I don't know, is that what you asked?
Yeah, I mean, however you feel.
Yeah, it's a beautiful expression. Of course, Master Kirill, everything that you said was absolutely beautiful. But if you go back and read it again for yourself and ask yourself, where was I? How did it feel for me? What was I doing? Because when we come to this great shift in consciousness like we're in right now, these feelings come up for us about what's it going to be like this time, you know, and maybe the fears will come up for you, but just know we are all here in service to the Creator's love. And we came here to have these experiences and to know that we are in an evolutionary motion to continue our evolutionary process as particle lights of the Creator. And it's such an honor to be here right now with all of you, all of us together experiencing this great shift.
I visited the 4 goddess lights before I came here, metaphorically and literally, I guess. I had a goal before I came here to go to the ocean. So I went to the ocean. I went to an area where I could see the ocean, and then I saw the wind making the ocean have little sparkles. So the sparkles on the ocean. So that was Goddess Isis and Goddess Mariah. And then I moved to an area where I saw Diamond Head. So Diamond Head is an extinct volcano, so Goddess Pele, and actually Gaia, the earth, because it was a mountain. So those 4 goddesses were the goddesses that sang the last song And they're telling me that songs can always have verses. And so that was a verse that happened before, or it happened at a time. And there's a new verse. And we are creating that verse as we live our lives. And so when we go ahead and we do that echo thing, hello, 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 if we put in all the love so that as we send it out, we get it back, we're going to find that it touches the hearts of so many people in the community that we will be overwhelmed with the evolution of love that we're going to see.
I love that, the evolution of love.
That's how I read
Wow.
the last song of Lemuria.
The evolution of love. Beautiful. Evolution of love. That's the first time I've heard that. Yes. So that's what this shift is about. The consciousness back then, we helped sync Lemuria, the Lemurian consciousness. So what I'm thinking is now we're raising Lemurian consciousness as we knew it back then, and then from there we will evolve the Lemurian love. That's how I understand what you're saying, Aldine. Wow, evolution of love. Oh, my heart. Oh, my heart. my heart. my heart is echo.
I love your perspective and your laughter. For me, in those chapters, what came up for me when I read it again yesterday was the cleansing. The cleansing is different this time around. It's not like everybody's not going to be cleansed off the planet and then the cleansing will happen. The cleansing is actually happening. And where do I put my focus on the cleansing?
Mm-hmm.
And the 8 for me signifies infinity and the infinite possibility.
Mm-hmm.
That also what was explained about how the 8 is used. But for me, it's the infinite possibility. And it can go either way. The infinite possibility of negative and sadness. And believe me, I was there a few months ago. And the infinite possibility of wellness and healing and joy and laughter. And we've had many gatherings, family gatherings, where there was so much laughter and there was so healing. So the infinite possibilities, what do we want to create? And what I underlined here is the tears will fall upon the love of earth itself.
Mm-hmm.
For in their knowing the planet was a female energy so loved by the balanced creator that it allowed new particles of light to once more cast their lot upon the shores of some new part of this world. And there's some new part of the world. And I feel I'm part of that. I'm creating that new part of the world with my thoughts of infinite possibility of the evolution of love. And
I love that. Can you write that down?
And the goddess started anew. And I'm feeling like the goddess starting anew. Whichever group you're at, male or female, there's only 2 of you, and you're living this light of love and wanting to make changes within your own family, that's starting anew. And so with all these different pockets of new parts of the world, and I see it kind of rippling out. And through the creative arts, I mean, I bought my grandniece and nephew this book. What do you do with an idea? And most time the story goes that this little boy, that's not a good idea. That was the judgments he was making. But later on, this idea kept following him until the idea got bigger and bigger, and finally the little boy embraced the idea. And the story goes, as he embraced the idea, more ideas came. And then the ending of the story is ideas can change the world. So this is about the evolution of thought that Patty had mentioned. Thoughts cause evolution. So this is the kind of message that I would like myself to remember, and I feel I came through a breakthrough a couple of weeks ago when I said, it's all me. It's all me. No matter what's happening with my body, you know, what do I make of it? What do I see? What do I want to see? You know, how am I revolving my thoughts on, oh no, not again.
Well, you know, I think when you do that, you break you break away from your own matrix. Yes? And then you break away from, there's different types of matrix. There's a government matrix, there's, you know, your family matrix, your matrix of thought. And I congratulate you, because if 2 weeks ago you had a breakthrough, that means you're breaking away from your old pattern of thought to create a new world for yourself. And in that new world, you affect other people as well, especially when that new world consists of, hey, love is first. You know, love, with my creation comes from love. And you know what I think? I think this. Your heart knows. You know, your heart knows your path. It's never wrong. If you have a desire to do something, it's already part of your blueprint. But we've raised our vibration high enough so we can access that. So all the desires, make a list of all the desires that you want, because one day you'll need it. That's what 2024, I feel, will bring to the people, to conscious creators, that make a list of everything. Because if you think it, you rethink it, you can bet it's in your heart. It's already imprinted there. And all you have to do is do the journey. What is that journey? The journey is evolving your love to infinite possibilities. Right?
Follow your heart.
Gail, do you have anything?
Yes, right behind you, the creator and me. Oh, nice.
Nice.
Any comments from the chat room?
Okay. While Gail is looking at this, okay, let me move on to the next part of this. In this day, we also celebrate by letting the tears fall upon the love of the Creator herself, love upon Earth herself. In their knowing, this planet was a female energy so loved by a balanced Creator that it allowed all new particles of light to once more cast their lot upon the shores of something new, some new part of this world, and the goddesses started anew. So to me, what this means, how I interpret it, no matter what you know about goddess today, tomorrow it'll change, because your love evolves, right? And that's the exciting part. So there's a prayer in the church's website, Master Kyril's prayer for the beauty. I mean, if you have not, gotten in touch with that, I think that prayer is a goddess path. To really understand what I like the most, one of is being in the actuality of now. I thought I knew about being in the present moment, but when you start living the life of being in the actuality of now, there's magic happens. But then the magic, the I know, is in the actuality of now. When then you would no longer call it magic anymore, because that's what you created. So that's what is. So I think that's 2024 will a lot of conscious creators will know about being in the actuality of now. And when I started reading the prayer for the beauty, I did it like twice a day when Kahu left, because I wanted to know, I wanted to understand Kahu. As when he left the earth plane, there's a lot of people that says how Kahu had changed, Kahu and Carol changed their lives. And I go, did I know that Kahu? Did I really know the Kahu? So in my quest this past 13 months was about understanding the journey of Kahu, Fred Sterling, and Carol. And you know what? I found myself. I found the love within myself. And I understand how Kahu's, he was never on the fence about his journey. He was right on target. He never says, he always says, well, you ready to heal? You'll heal. And I used to get frustrated with that. You know, when you're ready to heal, you'll heal. And that's what I really understood. But what he gave to the world, to the people that he changed, he didn't change their lives. He just shared his love, his knowledge, and that person, because they felt safe in his heart, in his love, they were willing to change. So the heart changes. So the heart changes the person. So it is really amazing.
The wisdom that they created and that they shared with the world opened a pathway for so many people to walk.
Yes, that's true. Even those people that, you know, he used to have requests for, you know, people that loved him, for healing requests for other people that have not had any interest in this work, in his work. But yes, he said he'll heal them. And you know what? Even their world transformed. So it's the cells. The cells are made of love. And it doesn't have anything to do with the brain. It has all about, the cells is made of love. So when you treat people in love, you'll change your world completely. So that is what we bring to the world as goddesses. So when we share our love with each other, when you share your love with your heart knows so many things about you. But you know what? Your heart will not argue with you. Not argue with you. That's what I learned. And it'll kind of say, just like Kahu, oh yeah, well, this is what I share with you. If you don't like it, maybe down the road you'll understand what I mean. And so if you treat your heart that way, you know, your heart will keep telling you, oh, go that way, go this way, this is why. That's why I think it's good to channel your heart. It's good to be a medium for your heart. Yes, you could have, people want to be mediums for entities, you know, saints or whatever, angels. But have you ever thought about channeling your heart? My goodness. Huh, that is, your life would change for sure. There's not a question how many times the Creator did this shift. There was not a wonder to what depths that human could be cast to, just how far back the Creator would wind the time of evolution, or to what level the human would be asked to rise from once again, to rise from once more. The Lemurians simply held the truth, and that the Creator had a plan. That's it. Your heart knows the truth. To be what is considered to you what is considered to be a pure female, or be you of the balanced male, feeling safe within your feminine energy, or simply a knower of love. It is me thinking that you can see that peace and harmony can be achieved. You must remember that there are forces that oppose your thinking. There are beings on the planet who feel that they are only there are beings on the planet who feel that are the only salvation, And in that, they are their only salvation. And in that, they hold you hostage with their fears. What do you think about that? The hostage. What do you think about that? Other truths that holds you back.
I think, because we start off with January, and January is a 1, and if we continue on this path of creating truth, then recognizing that your truth, the truth of love, is not the only truth that's available in the, I guess we could say world. I don't want to say world, but it's not the only truth available, because everyone has a choice. But I do believe that creating truth in love may affect the choices of those who may have different perspectives. And as we move forward, that possibility is always there. But in reality, yes, right? We still, right now, we're on the 3rd and 4th, but the 3rd really is a duality thing. So there is plus and minus, there is good and bad.
3rd and 4th what?
Dimensions.
Oh, okay.
That's, but there is always choice. And as you move forward in love, it is, there is a great potential that you can alter the choices of those who perhaps did not believe as you did in the past. So that whole thing about possibilities,
Just
infinite,
in your heart and love.
infinite possibilities.
Alter the choice of another?
No, not alter, but affect the choices that others make.
That's interesting, because what that also weaves into is that 8 energy, because we are potentially in this new year drawing energies from the higher realms, like the 4th and the 5th dimension. Because here's another prediction: portals, more and more portals will be opening, more and more people will be channeling, there will be more and more love being brought into this earth plane, and the frequency of love will be rising. And that might throw some people off, but if we stay centered in that 8 and just continue that evolutionary loving energy, then we will focus on our own journeys and then see the world around us open up in love.
I have a question about portals. Why do you need portals to access more love?
We don't need them because the love is in our hearts, right?
Yeah.
There are loving energies that are going to help us in our great shift.
I like the word portals because it helps to explain something that's not explainable. And so portals give you an alternate possibility. So I like the word portals because it just helps explain, because there's all these good energies coming, and then how are they coming? And there are all these 3rd dimensional thinking and mentalness. And if you get rid of it all and say portals, then there's no mentalness, because I don't really know portals. Portals are just portals. And then it all can come through very easily. And you can easily accept it because your mental mind just says, oh, okay.
Well, my mental mind says is not accepting portals.
Okay.
Because, do you mean to access my love, I have to go through a portal?
I didn't say
No.
your love, I said love.
Yeah, but is love love?
We can have beings.
My love versus your love?
So we could have beings that are from another dimension that can access this one through portals.
And they will bring in the love.
Share.
they are love.
They will
Well, you said if they go through the portal, they're bringing the love, right? Into the earth dimension.
Right.
So
So
I'm trying to understand portals and me and my love, okay? So I would need a portal to be opened to evolve my love?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think that's necessary.
I think it just adds to the fabric that's already there. And you give your love to the world, but the fabric that already there, like in a weave, you have those little pukas. You know, you have strings, and then you have the pukas in between as you make weaves. And so the portals are those little pukas where the other, like sun, if you hold fabric against the sun comes through all the little pukas in the weave. And those little pukas are just reminding you that love also surrounds you. So for me, the whole concept of portal is not it's not like an opening of the heavens. It's just a weaving of love consciousness that surrounds us, that we can very easily add our love consciousness to, and it just grows it.
Very good.
So you don't need it, it just is there.
I'm thinking,
So you seem to catch on to that one word about portals,
no. I'm trying
but
to,
it's not really all that
I'm
important.
trying to understand, why does a portal have to open up for me to understand more about my love?
It doesn't, but it could help other beings of light to access our dimension.
I can see, healing the fears. For me, it makes sense to heal the fears, removing the veils to access more of my love, because I'm already love. However I want to play in that vibration of love is really up to me, right?
Right.
When I remove the veil, then I can access more love.
Right.
So it's not a portal to me. I'm
Okay,
just trying to
So
understand
that's
that.
probably something else than what I was talking about.
But I don't believe that.
Okay, so
Okay.
that's good for you.
Yeah, but I don't need a portal to
No.
access more love.
No, what I said was, and I'll try and say it again maybe more clearly, is that the portals can open for other beings from other dimensions to access our dimensions.
To access our love.
Our dimension, our third dimensional, fourth dimensional process. So there will be more beings of light from other dimensions coming through portals to access our dimension.
I can go to other dimensions.
Yes, you can.
I don't need a portal. I can say, this is where I want to go.
There you go.
So,
Well, and for me, the portal business is more like when we came to the third dimension, we forgot that we are not alone and just by ourselves. There is a consciousness that's greater than we are. And again, the fabric against the sun, as the sun comes through the fabric, we're beginning to remember that we are not single entities. We actually are part of this mass consciousness.
okay.
And so for me, that's what,
I have a problem with greater than we are. But that's me, okay? Because if you're a goddess and if you're tuning into this program, you have dumbed down yourself, so to speak. You have put veils after veils after veils. The game is to remove the veils. To me, that's part of the process of healing back into your goddess love, removing the fears. That because when you remove the veils, you have access to more dimensions. Because your love has evolved. You're no longer afraid to go out there, to go to the fourth light, to the fifth light. You're no longer you're no longer afraid. You have a knowing that this is not the earth life. This earth dimension is not the only dimension that we exist in. In sleep state, we can go to other dimensions, because our earth our earth time is like less than 24 hours. If you were to, it's not our mainstay, so to speak. So the more you more evolve you evolve your love, you have more access out there. You know, it's that's what I mean. That's a difference of opinion, like I said.
Well,
you know,
to me, actually, portals are part of the veil.
Could be.
Yes.
could be.
So when you have,
So that's what
The
I'm.
veil.
so yeah.
That's smart. That's
Very good.
so. But you said portals just open up for you to access. But veils, you have to work through it. You know, you have to have more love. You have to heal through it.
So that's an illusion.
But
That's
after,
an
Portals
illusion.
can be an illusion
Well, the
too.
veil is an illusion, right? Because
The
we
portals
keep
are
it
not
in-
an illusion?
We keep that in place, right? The veil.
Anyway,
And
so
we can just as well let it go. 'Cause it's
so
an
the
illusion.
the thing, like everything else, you're an illusion. I'm an illusion. So where do we draw the line? So
Do we have to?
I was just gonna say that. Do we have to draw the line? Or maybe the line is drawn because our conscious thinking
yes, the conscious.
is still on one part of the line,
Right.
or the veil. And then as we gain more information and feel more love in my heart, then I can go, oh, why was I dealing with that? What
I-
was that all about?
I think this paragraph to me sums it up.
Which one?
It says, from the article, it says, Carol says, it be me thinking that when human world is ready to lose the ability to fear, each will actually begin to understand a knowing creator that is pure love. We will feel safe knowing that there is a level of consciousness called the goddess energy, and it is working its fears, its heart out, trying to help to see that through thought you can will anything you desire into existence. Not cool?
Yeah.
That's so cool. So let's all stop the tears. And let's get on with our work as a goddess, you know. And it's not about showing the world. I think it's liberating yourselves, liberating ourselves from the veil, so to speak. So we can be in the actuality of now and be in the infinite here of possibilities. That's all it is. To me, and it's, what do you guys think? So
Yeah.
whether it's portals or veils is like,
Does just yes.
the
Doesn't
same,
matter.
yeah, it doesn't matter.
It matters to a certain extent, in my viewpoint, because it matters to the point that my experience is different than your experience. And certain words, certain labels will help me understand this concept of self-love. And for me, it's about creating, I'm going to go to the space again, of creating a safe space for me in my heart, that no matter what I'm thinking or what I'm feeling, I'm going, okay, that's my actuality of now, this is how these are the feelings I'm having now. These are the thoughts I'm having now, and I don't have to. I can choose to not have those thoughts and feelings by going into the space and say, I love myself. I am enough. And the judgments are not, when I have judgments, I realize this, I'm not in the actuality of now. But if I can say, I'm feeling shitty right now, I'm feeling tired, and I don't want to do anything but cry, that's my actuality of now. I don't know where that came from, But when I go into that space and I take a deep breath and I create a different actuality now.
That's so
And then I
interesting.
can go, oh,
Are you in that actuality now if you make judgments based on your feelings?
no, that's why I say,
That's
You're
not,
She said you're
I'm not.
yeah, okay.
Because I'm judging my feelings to not be okay. So that's what I came to realize. And this is why I just kind of went, oh. It's kind of like my actuality now is XYZ. I don't have to be in that actuality now if it doesn't feel good. But right now, it's XYZ. And then later on, 1 minute from now, 1 breath from now, it will be ABC.
So it's okay where you are in the moment, instead of judging yourself about it. That's wonderful.
So the judgment comes from the past.
Right.
And when I came to that realization, I go, hallelujah.
The judgment comes from the past. I gotta think about that one.
Your mental body creates.
Something you learned before, yeah.
Because my judgment.
Okay, so you don't, so in order to be in judgment, you're not in your heart. You're not in love. Right? Okay. So,
So let me introduce this. Because
Wait.
The conversation was going on about portal. I remember Master Carell said about pieces of the puzzle and going into, opening the door to go into a new room. You know, you learn as much as I learn as much as I can in this room, and then I see a little sliver of light and realize there's a door. So I can choose to go and explore that door and open it up, or just peek in and not go in there.
so that's a mental process
Because
that
you're
you
ready
need.
for the new room.
The new room.
You wouldn't
yeah.
have seen the door if you weren't ready to see it, right?
Yeah.
So that's another either whether it's a portal, whether that door is a portal or not, but it takes us to a different level of awareness, a level of consciousness. So, which expands my evolutionary process.
Yeah.
Well, the thing I want to go back, my thing about portals is like, it's limiting me that I can't go somewhere because the portal is not open. You know,
Just open it.
yeah, just open it. Whatever you got to trust yourself. You got to trust your heart, because your heart knows the journey, you know. And that portal will open, whatever you want to call it, or the veils will be removed when you're ready for it. Not because of an outside force opens its portal, you know. And to me, that's what it means to me, that I take charge of based on when I'm ready to go to the next level of conscious awareness.
Of course.
Yeah, but it does not depend on other beings
I don't
from
think
other
anyone-
planets or other system
I don't think anyone
opening
said
that. No, I'm not saying you said it,
Uh-huh.
but that's how I interpret
see.
that,
I
you
see.
know. So that is
Right.
to me. So we all have control, like what this one is. Next paragraph. It says, did I read this already?
No,
Not the long one.
thinking you already control.
Did I read that?
No.
Okay, it'd be thinking that when human worlds is ready to lose their ability to fear, each will actually begin to understand a knowing creator that is pure love. You'll feel safe knowing that there's a level of consciousness called the goddess energy, and it is working its heart out, trying to help to see that. Through thought, you can will anything you desire into existence. Thinking that you already control a great deal of your desires is the admittance that you can do even better. As I said in the past, it's not only the amount of steps you're willing to take, but also the passion you use to determine the outcome that enhances the journey. 5 steps or 50, my friends. It is an adventure that you truly cannot fail as long as you take all the steps needed to make it in the image that you see it. Isn't that awesome? Gosh. Let us help. In that light, don't claim us, don't name us, or surely don't brag about our existence. Simply love us as we love you. Let the angels be part of your success. Let the guides offer you insights on how to let love be the mark you strive for. Let the guardians and the goddesses be aligned in your light, and together we will cause fear to be woven by threads of love. That's what you said about the fabric.
Mm-hmm.
I can relate to this one. Then once more, like in Lemuria, peace and prosperity will prevail upon all humankind.
Beautiful.
You know what I think about this? I think we individually will reach at our own pace the Lemurian consciousness. What do you think of that? It's not about a whole mass going through it at once. I said individually we
So
will.
as Lemurian consciousness, can you clarify a little bit more about what you mean by that?
The Lemurian consciousness is love.
Okay.
That what Carol was saying here.
Yes.
That it's not about a mass ascension.
Right.
It's an individual ascension to Lemurian love, to Lemurian consciousness.
Right, because in that time it was a mass ascension,
Yeah.
Right.
and this time it is not. It's
No.
an individual
Yeah.
journey. And just so everyone knows, that last, Master Carol talks about the last song of Lemuria in the book, where he says, if I may read it, the story goes that at the beginning time of the final phase of Lemurian energy, the people of Lemuria raised their energies and looked up into the sky. It was as though the sky became illuminated in colors, with flashing and beautiful streaming lights that blended a magical weave. Every Lemurian, yes, the whole of the Lemurian beings on the entire continent of Lemuria, stopped where they were in the moment and looked up. For each felt that they had finally had the vision they had been looking for. It was the beautiful vision of the Creator that began to speak inside each person's mind, and everyone heard the words the same way. This is the beginning time of the end. All were extremely thrilled by what was about to take place. And then began the last song of Lemuria. Isn't that beautiful?
Do you remember that song?
I remember that time.
Oh. Is a tone, right?
Well,
I think the song was a toning. It didn't have words.
well, what they heard, yeah. It was a knowing. Let's put it that way. But imagine the whole continent of people stopping in the same moment and listening to the beauty of what was about to take place in their world. This Creator spoke unto them and said, I will come back in each of the times. I will come back in first life. I will come back in common time. And I will come back at the transition, when I will speak these words even louder and more beautiful in your thoughts. So, yeah, it was in their thoughts. So they each had an individual but collective experience of it. Like you said, they heard the same thing in their hearts. Isn't that amazing?
Isn't that cool? So,
There was, can I just say one thing about the last song? There was a lady once in the workshops Signature Self-Healing Workshops with Kahu. Just after this book came out, and she had an idea about the last song of Lemuria, and she asked Master Carol about it. And she said she thought, for her, the last song of Lemuria sounded like All Lang Syne.
Oh.
And he confirmed it.
Oh.
So, that one.
So then if I don't
But
hear that,
not those words, right?
but if I don't hear it, that means what?
Stay on the earth plane. No,
That's not
I don't
true.
know. No, I don't know. What do you want? What's the
Well, if I
question?
didn't hear it like that,
Oh, I can't say.
so,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, we could question that.
Yeah, we question
Yeah.
everything,
Yeah.
right?
Actually, when you were reading that passage, what I thought of was when Honolulu Church of Light did the 1 billion person
Peace
peace meditation, and we had different goals. And I remember Reverend Carol and I talked, and we said, we may not have gotten the 1 billion person peace meditation participation, but whatever we got for that moment in time, everybody stopped and had this thought of peace.
Yes.
And so that's what I thought of when you were reading that. So no matter what it is, you know, you can have, again, you can have your small group of friends, and do that and have this common thought of peace or goodwill for any situation. And that energy will go. It causes this group of people to stop. And I believe that's what our Sunday healing service does. For that hour and a half or so, we stop, and our focus is on healing. And 11:30 at night, when we come here, we stop, and the focus is on healing. And it was, then I thought the other night, I pray that all the higher selves of the people who have submitted a prayer and healing request will join us every night. And I was thinking the human self, would consciously say, I send my higher self. But last night I went, oh no, I don't have to say that. I just say, hi higher self, can you come and join us? No matter who you are. And that was so liberating to have that different thought, because my thought was going, oh, I don't know if they're going to send their higher self. I don't know if they believe in their higher self. The higher self exists whether a person believes they have a higher self, right?
Or we could just go to the bowl and see who's there, right?
Yeah.
Which higher self showed up, right?
But I just kind of went, and I laughed. I go, okay, hi, higher selves. Thank you for coming.
Wow.
It's scientifically proven that if a group of people meditate together, so let's say they're meditating on peace, then those in the vicinity, they actually have the same physiological happenings in their body as the people that are actually doing the meditation. So there is this chemical that you can go ahead and test for, and the people that are meditating have this certain chemical, and it's because they're meditating. But those people walking on the street, they have the chemicals too. So it reminds you that we are a collective consciousness. There might be individuals of us, but we are a collective consciousness. And when we do things together, we actually affect everything else.
When we do things together in love,
Yes.
that is the key to everything.
And I think that's part of what was going on at the end times of Lemuria, was that loving collective consciousness that the Creator could speak to all people at once, and they felt it.
Because we're part of the Creator. So why wouldn't we?
We are
We are the
Are the
Creator.
Creator.
So in our brains, we keep that separation. Why? I don't know yet, but we all will get there.
we're working through it.
All on a journey.
We're working.
So, what do you, we have to go? What, last words, and what do you recommend for people out there?
I think all of you need to have a lot of passion for the journey that will be 2024. And as you evolve your love, you are going to be so surprised at how beautiful the world is.
I would like to invite you to join me next year for Signature Cell Healing Workshops, online in February and March, and then in June in California. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you again after so many years, and I'm looking forward to sharing the legacy of Kapalua Master Guide Cure-All and Signature Cell Healing. It's a great year to engage the signature cell healing energies. And I know a lot of you know what I'm talking about because you are signature cell healers. I'm looking forward to seeing you next year.
Sue?
I wrote down here in my notes, it's like, it's about the 5 or 50 journey. Without the judgment of I'm not doing enough. And with passion. And passion has different levels. Wherever I'm at, my passion is at a certain level. And I use the 5 or 50 journey to determine the outcome of my journey. But it all has to do is recognize, not making a judgment, but it's that I always thought I didn't have enough passion as Karina does. I didn't have enough passion as Kapu did. I didn't have enough passion as all that. But then I realized I have passion. And I have passion in my heart based on what's going on with me at the moment. Not to make judgment that my passion is less than somebody else's passion. I do have passion. And it's part of my 5 or 50 journey to keep recognizing that passion and that level of passion. And that's where my self-love will increase. And then I will understand what love is more and more. I know what love is for my grandchildren are, my grandniece and nephew, the students I know that. What I'm working on right now is, do I know self-love? And that's the 5 or 50 journey.
I think you know self-love on the level you're at. Self-love has no ceiling. That is what, yeah. And then, so that's the cool part of our journey here on earth. Love has no ceiling to it. We keep evolving our love. And that's what, when, for 2024, and that's what is available to us. The more you learn about what self-love is to you, the world will look to be as a magical world. That's Aldine sparked my magic heart, and then she's always talking about magical heart. Your heart is magical. Our heart is magical. So for now, until every day, ask yourself, why is my heart magical? I want to know this heart of mine, because to me, your evolution is about you. It's all about you, and when you come to a point where you love yourself enough, and when you see that love making a difference with other people, those around you, you know you're on a right track. You know it. And it has no judgment. And you know what's the magic thing is? The things that I desire, they come to me automatically. So the more you love yourself, and you know, and you understand that there's no ceiling to love, and there's no, when you're here on earth, it shouldn't be comfortable. You come to that point that you shouldn't be comfortable, because when you're in that self-love, you keep wanting to know more and more and more, and the challenges will come because you're trying to remove your veil. And that's what I think earth life is about. You know, just because you can't compare your journey with other people, because we're all different. And like what was noted today, that I don't believe in portals. You know, it's not about, but some people do. Some people do. So maybe tomorrow I will believe in portals. But that's another time. Where I'm at right now, be comfortable with where you're at. Keep, as long as you're in the self-love, and the self-love is magical. So we all heard the last song of Lemuria, and if you're tuning into this, you have. If you said, not me, well, go into meditation, and you keep asking, what was this song like? What did I hear? And you know, in meditation, you'll get it. You'll get that song, and that will catapult you to the next level of your goddess awareness. So that much I guarantee. The more you meditate, the more you get. And the more love for self, the more you find yourself in a magical state of beingness. So that's the bottom line. So for what's next? Let's see. We have on, let's see. Oh, 7th? We have, yeah. Join us for January 7th. Our healing focus will be awakening the possibilities of the great shift in consciousness 2024. So let's heal together. And that's what our church is about, coming together and sharing our love. And we promise you that I think every Sunday, the love within the community of this Honolulu Church of Light, we call the beauty, and it's always evolving, always evolving. So join us for that. And so if you have any healing requests, or if you have your list of desires, you know, come and put it in a bowl. You don't have to write to us. You don't have to write us your secret desires. Just put it down in a list and ethically send it to this bowl right here. 11:30. Well, you know what? I have my house in the bowl, you know, as to be in love. I mean, yeah. And so new things like that come. How did I happen to put the house in the bowl? Anyway, that was a long story. It wasn't a new thought, evolution of thought. So be aware that evolve your thought, evolve your love. So join us this coming January 7th. Wow, it's Happy New Year already. So that's it. Okay, let me say it. Let me just say this. For the month of January this year of infinity, you'll be reminded to be aware of the beauty. Feel the beauty within you and share it with the one in front of you. Utilize the energy of your God Creator to bring balance and harmony, to be in the actuality of now, to consciously create new thoughts, to realize your dreams and desires. Kahu and Carol continues to be extraordinary healers from where they are currently healing from. And if you need them, all you need to do is, say their name 3 times. And they will come. In love, of course. Because each of you have a special role in this great shifting times, especially now in the next 2 years. We each have a piece of the huge puzzle to bring forth. Your specialness to soothe the soul of the people in front of you, comforting them, assuring them that everything is fine and getting better, and that we're always at the right place at the right time, solving the mysteries of our life journey on earth during this time. It is an amazing time. Imagine a beautiful world for yourself and your family and friends, and for your imagination is a preview of your life coming attraction. I love that. Your imagination is your preview of life's coming attraction. We wish you many opportunities to say amazing grace during this great shift in consciousness. Kahu loved each day for the enlightenment that he received. And I wish that for you as well. Love each day for the enlightenment you receive. You are not in a race. We're not in a race with one another. Who is enlightened more every day? Just concentrate on yourself. So from the mountaintops of Lemuria, aloha and mahalo for the privilege of your time. Have a beautiful New Year celebration. We love you from the beauty.
Ha'ole makahiki ho. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Awesome.
A lively conversation.
Yes, we had a lively conversation.
Lively
Yeah, I
conversation.
borrow your phone again.
Hmm?
I have to call my husband again.
Is it now? You're supposed to come?
Oh, I didn't get a